G'day mates, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the land down under to explore some of the most amazing places in Australia. From stunning beaches to vibrant cities and awe-inspiring natural wonders, Australia has it all. So grab your hat and sunscreen and let's get started. First things first, we're heading straight for the Great Barrier Reef. Now this beauty ain't just any reef, it's the biggest coral reef system in the whole wide world. Can you believe that? It's so massive you can even see it from space, mate. Talk about a sight that'll knock your socks off. Now, when you think of the Great Barrier Reef, you got to think vibrant colors, fish of all shapes and sizes darting about. And if you're lucky, maybe even a sea turtle or two might just say g'day. We're talking about a real-life underwater paradise. And trust me, there's nothing quite like plunging into those crystal clear waters and coming face to face with all sorts of incredible marine life. It's like stepping into a whole different world full of wonder and beauty. Now, when you're exploring this underwater wonderland, remember to keep your eyes peeled for all the different types of coral. You'll see staghorn coral that looks like underwater antlers, brain coral that, well, resembles a brain, and even plate coral that looks like giant underwater dinner plates. It's truly remarkable. And the fish, oh, the fish. From the clownfish darting in and out of anemones to the majestic manta rays gliding through the water, you'll be amazed by the sheer diversity of life here. And let's not forget about the sharks. Now, don't worry, they're mostly harmless reef sharks, but they're still an impressive sight to see. They're the guardians of this underwater kingdom, keeping everything in balance. But the real stars of the show have got to be the sea turtles. These gentle giants are a sight to behold, gracefully swimming through the coral gardens. And if you're lucky enough to have one swim up to you, well, that's a moment you'll never forget. So, whether you're a seasoned diver or just dipping your toes into the underwater world for the first time, the Great Barrier Reef is an experience that'll stay with you forever. It's a true testament to the beauty and wonder of our planet, and a place that we need to protect for generations to come. Next stop, Sydney. Now we're not talking about some sleepy little town here. We're talking about a bustling metropolis with a skyline that'll make your jaw drop. And right in the heart of it all is the Sydney Opera House. Now you can't miss this beauty, mate. It's got these sail-like structures that seem to dance on the harbour, and it's one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. And trust me, seeing it in person is something else. The way the sunlight bounces off those white tiles, it's like something out of a dream. Now, the Sydney Opera House ain't just a pretty face. It's a world-class performing arts centre, hosting everything from operas and ballets to plays and concerts. So if you're looking for a night of culture and entertainment, this is the place to be. But even if you don't have time to catch a show, you gotta at least take a stroll around the harbour. The views from here are absolutely breathtaking, with the Opera House on one side and the harbour bridge on the other. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not climb the harbour bridge? You'll get a bird's eye view of the city and the harbour, and it's an experience you'll never forget. Now, after a long day of exploring, there's nothing quite like grabbing a bite to eat at one of the many restaurants along the waterfront. You can enjoy some fresh seafood while soaking up the views, and maybe even catch a glimpse of the Opera House lit up at night. It's truly magical. So whether you're a culture vulture, an architecture enthusiast, or just looking for a good time, Sydney's the place to be. It's a city that's always buzzing with energy, and there's something here for everyone. From the coast, we're heading inland to the heart of Australia, to a place that's as ancient as it is awe-inspiring Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock. Now this massive sandstone monolith is something else. It rises up from the desert plains like a giant sleeping creature, and it's been a sacred site to the indigenous Anangu people for thousands of years. The first time I laid eyes on Uluru, I was speechless. It's one thing to see pictures of it, but standing there in its presence, feeling its raw power and energy, it's an experience that'll stay with you forever. Now, the best time to see Uluru is at sunrise or sunset. As the sun dips below the horizon, the rock seems to glow from within, transforming through a kaleidoscope of colors. It's like something out of a dream, mate. And if you're lucky enough to be there on a clear night, you'll be treated to a spectacular star show. The desert sky is so vast and clear, it's like you can almost reach out and touch the stars. But Uluru ain't just about the views. It's a place of deep spiritual significance to the Anangu people, and they've been sharing their culture and stories with visitors for generations. You can learn about their ancient traditions, their connection to the land, and the stories they tell about the creation of Uluru. It's a privilege to be welcomed onto their land and to learn from their wisdom. Now, when you're visiting Uluru, it's important to be respectful of the local culture and traditions. Make sure you follow all the guidelines and regulations and avoid climbing the rock, as it's considered sacred to the Anangu people. Next up, we're hitting the road and cruising down the Great Ocean Road. Now, this ain't just any road, mate. It's one of the most scenic drives in the world. You'll wind along the rugged coastline with the ocean on one side and towering cliffs on the other. And along the way, you'll encounter some of the most incredible natural wonders Australia has to offer, like the 12 Apostles. Now, these limestone pillars rising up out of the Southern Ocean are a sight to behold. They were formed over millions of years by erosion, and they stand there like ancient guardians watching over the coastline. The first time I saw them, I was blown away by their sheer size and power. The waves crashing against their bases, the wind howling through the air. It's like something out of a movie. Now, there aren't actually 12 apostles left standing. Over time, erosion has taken its toll, and there are only 8 remaining. But trust me, the sight is still just as impressive. You can take a walk along the cliff tops, enjoying the panoramic views, or even take a helicopter ride for a bird's eye perspective. No matter how you choose to experience it, the 12 apostles are a sight you won't soon forget. And while you're in the area, be sure to check out some of the other natural wonders along the Great Ocean Road, like Lockard Gorge and London Bridge. Lockard Gorge is a tragic but beautiful spot, named after a ship that was wrecked there in 1878. You can explore the gorge, learn about its history, and marvel at the power of nature. And London Bridge is another impressive limestone formation that was once connected to the mainland, but collapsed in 1990. It's a reminder that nature is always changing, and that even the most seemingly permanent structures are subject to the forces of time. From the rugged coastline, we're heading north to the lush rainforests of Queensland. Now, we're talking about the Daintree rainforest, one of the oldest rainforests in the world. This place is over 180 million years old, mate. That's older than the dinosaurs. Stepping into the Daintree is like stepping back in time. The air is thick with humidity, the sounds of the rainforest surround you, and the sheer diversity of life is mind-boggling. You'll find trees that tower over 100 feet tall, ferns the size of small cars, and all sorts of creepy crawlies that'll make your skin crawl. But don't worry, they're all part of what makes this place so special. Now, the Daintree is home to a staggering array of wildlife. You might spot a cassowary, a flightless bird with a bright blue head and a helmet-like casque. Or maybe you'll be lucky enough to see a tree kangaroo, a kangaroo that's adapted to life in the trees. And if you're really lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a crocodile lurking in the Daintree River. But don't worry, there are plenty of experienced guides who can take you on a safe and unforgettable river cruise. One of the best ways to experience the Daintree is to take a guided walk through the rainforest. You'll learn about the different plants and animals, their unique adaptations, and the importance of conservation. You can also go ziplining through the canopy, take a dip in one of the many waterfalls, or simply relax and soak up the atmosphere. No matter how you choose to experience it, the Daintree rainforest is an unforgettable adventure. All right, mates, we've explored the reefs, the outback, and the rainforests. Now it's time to hit the beach. And when it comes to beaches in Australia, Bondi Beach is the king. This iconic stretch of golden sand is world famous for its surf, its sand, and its vibrant beach culture. It's the place to see and be seen, and there's always something going on. Whether you're a seasoned surfer or just a beginner looking to catch your first wave, Bondi Beach has something for everyone. The waves here are perfect for learning to surf, and there are plenty of surf schools offering lessons. And if you'd rather stay on dry land, there's still plenty to keep you entertained. You can soak up the sun, build sandcastles, or take a dip in the ocean. And when you're ready for a break, there are plenty of cafes and restaurants serving up delicious food and drinks. Now, one of the best things about Bondi Beach is its vibrant atmosphere. There's always something going on, from buskers and street performers to markets and festivals. And if you're looking for a bit of exercise, you can take a stroll along the Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk. This scenic walk takes you along the cliff tops, offering breathtaking views of the coastline. Along the way, you'll pass by some of Sydney's most iconic landmarks, including Tamarama Beach, Bronte Beach, and Coogee Beach. It's the perfect way to see the best of Sydney's coastline, and it's a great way to work up an appetite. So whether you're looking to catch some waves, soak up the sun, or simply experience the vibrant beach culture, Bondi Beach is the place to be. And there you have it, folks. Some of the most amazing places in Australia. Whether you're an adventure seeker, a nature lover, or just looking to soak up some sun, Australia has something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Until next time, safe travels.